G'day fellow moto vloggers, Nev'sHornet900 coming at you on Honey the Hornet 900 or 919, whatever you like. Yeah, look at it. Has Ruby gone? No, Ruby hasn't gone. This is a friend's bike. I'll tell you the little story about it. It's been one of my friends bought it many years ago, and it's only done, well, 39,000 at the moment, and he sort of rode it for a little while and he couldn't get his license, so he just left it in the shed for about 6 years. And another friend of mine that can ride and has got the license and all that sort of thing asked if he could buy it, and he knows him as well, and he said yep, no worries. Sold it to him, and my good friend Andrew the bike mechanic has helped out a lot, and other friends have helped out get it to certain places and all that sort of thing. And the main problem was it had been sitting around for so long that all the fuel had gone off and gone to yuck and horrible and yucky, very yucky. So there had to be two things done. The first thing that had to be done was clean the inside of the tank out, and whatever they had inside the tank, which is like a fuel type gauge and your fuel pump and things like that. The fuel pump was absolutely had it, that was irretrievable, so had to put a new fuel pump in, which wasn't a big hassle. Got one from eBay, etc. And with the other parts of the actual stuff that's in the fuel tank, including the fuel light sender, had to be cleaned. So that went into a bucket of vinegar and cleaned that up quite nicely, and so we decided to fill the petrol tank up with vinegar. And I don't know how much it took, but it took a hell of a lot, because I reckon this petrol tank's around about the 20 litre mark, I reckon. So left that in there for well, at least a week, I think it was, and it cleaned the inside of the fuel tank up very nicely. So we're lucky there. Got the new fuel pump, and fitted that, and that worked out nicely. It pumps fuel, of course. And had to, of course, clean the fuel injectors. Now, the fuel injectors were a real pain in the ass to get to on this particular bike. You wouldn't think so, but it is. And had to get a special tool to be able to clean them out. It's a little bit hard to explain, but there's a few different videos up on YouTube showing how some people do it. But we got a proper fuel injector cleaner tool, but it didn't have the the Honda fitment, so I had to get that. Just a minute, I've got to get over to the right. Yeah, so it didn't have the proper fitment for the Honda, but we worked around it and cleaned the injectors and finally got the thing going. Give it a bit of a wash because it was pretty dirty. And well, as you can see, I'm on it at the moment, but I took it for a ride Sunday and it was only running on 3 cylinders. And of course I thought the worst, that one of the injectors had clogged up again, but at the end of the day it's got to go through 3 different filters before it gets into the throttle body and into the piston. So anyway, to cut that long story short, number 1 cylinder, the plug had fouled, so we put a new plug in there and it's been good ever since. But because it's been sitting around a while, I've been riding it for my friend who lives in the country to make sure everything else is A-OK on it, and we found an oil leak, and the oil leak is coming from a seal which is behind the front sprocket. So we've ordered a seal for that, and hopefully that will be fixed up in the not too distant future. So basically just riding it so we can find out if anything else needs attention before it's taken into the country. He lives a couple of 100 kilometres outside outside the city, heading towards Tailem Bend, between Tailem Bend and Lameroo. So you don't want anything going wrong out in the country, because, well, you haven't got the help you have out there than what you have here. So hopefully by the time he comes down, gets it and can take it home, it'll be A-OK. I have no doubt it's a good bike. It's very nice to ride. A lot lighter than the Bandit, of course, but that's only to be expected with the stuff I've got on it. And the fairing and the bag and all that sort of thing. The only thing I miss on this particular one is a bit of protection from the wind at the front here, and something to put my stuff in at the back. But I do have a backpack which I'm wearing at the moment. A little uncomfortable, but I like to take my water with me in case I need a drink. So yeah, it's a 2006 Honda CB900F. It's actually a 919 though. So yeah, it's red, and well, it gets up and goes, folks, because it's fuel injected. I basically know what it's like to ride Steve's Hornet 900, basically. So yeah, I know what it's like to ride the Honda Hornet 900. I thought I'd come this way today just to give it a bit longer run instead of straight up the shop. Just give it a bit longer run. So yeah, so my mate Rex, he should be happy with it. I also needed mirrors too. The mirrors on it were all just, well, they're just flopping around in the wind. There was no grip in the adjustment there, so you could have super glued it, but well, for the price of these mirrors, $30, what's the point? Just get new ones. So yeah, Nev'sHornet900 on Honey the Hornet 900. Bidding you all very, 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 very safe riding. And until next time, cheers for now.